Hello everyone, and welcome to Linux Forensics here at Pentester Academy. In this video, we're going to delve a little bit more deeply into the pas2 system. In particular, we're going to use some of the volatility check functions. So we'll just go through these and see if we find anything. So we'll again use our alias as normal. Now we'll run Linux check AF info as a start, and it found nothing. So other commands that we can run. Let's see if anyone is sharing credentials, and apparently not. So that's another one that returned nothing. That's another one that returned nothing. What about our file operations? Anything funny going on there? And after many minutes of processing, Volatility found nothing, at least for this plugin. Let's go ahead and have a look at another plugin. In particular, let's look at the IDT. We'll look at the interrupt table and make sure that there were no issues there. So here we can see that everything was in a similar address space. Nothing suspicious going on here. So let's try another plugin. Let's check for any inline kernel function. So we'll do a Linux check inline kernel. Here, once again, after many minutes, the volatility check plugin found nothing. So we'll try another plugin, and this time we'll run Linux check modules, and we found nothing once again. Now remember, one of the things that an attacker can try to do is they can try to hide a module from certain parts of the operating system, and you might be able to fool some of the operating system. You might be able to Trojan things like lsmod, but you can never fully remove your module from the operating system. Otherwise, it wouldn't be accessible. Another plugin that we can try is Linux check syscall. And this will check and see if the system calls have been redirected to a bad place. Now, many minutes later, we start to see a couple of results. And the first thing you should notice is that, sure enough, one of the 64-bit system calls has been hooked, and it says hooked by Xingxi Quan. So the open function has been hooked. Also, the lstat function has been hooked. And let's see if there are any further hooks. Here's another one, the dupe function, the kill function. Incidentally, it's things like this that can cause a system not to shut down correctly once it's been infected with a rootkit. Another one, get dense, change directory, rename, and remove directory, also hooked. Now, incidentally, instead of piping this out to more, I could have piped it to grep on the string hooked, and that might make it a little bit easier in order to see where things have been altered. So finally, we did find some alterations, courtesy of Volatility. We can now check for any kind of keyboard loggers. And we see the normal stuff here. And let's go ahead and do the other keyboard logger check. And again, we found nothing. So those are some quick checks with volatility check modules. As we can see, we found just a couple of things. Not too much new information here. We already knew that we had the Xingxi Quan rootkit. Naturally, we didn't detect some of the other things, and we'll talk more about that in some future videos as to why we wouldn't expect to have detected them with volatility. Well, that's all for this video. As always, if you're enjoying these videos here at Pentester Academy, please tell a friend. We'll see you soon.